They don't show like all the stats you get from level ups, but they show, I think they show the stats that you get from espers from level ups. So I guess it's kind of like, it's kind of similar to what you're talking about. Not quite exact, but yeah, like having level ups. I mean, like you think about like it's totally time appropriate, right? Like you think about the Octopath games, and in all the Octopath games, including I guess we'll have to see in Zero. It's probably, it seems like they designed Zero in a lot of ways to function similarly to 1 and 2, like more so than COTC. So like, you know, the level ups in 1 and 2 just don't matter that much, right? What matters is skills and equipment, right? Those two things are like way more important than level ups, right? Like you could technically beat the game at like level 5 or something, and honestly, we're gonna see that a lot in Zero. Like we're gonna see a lot of playthroughs where people beat the game at like level 4, you know, because there's an item. And this is not spoilers. There's an item in the demo where when you collect it and you put it in Wishvale, in your town, it halts all experience gain. And so we're gonna see people that like are level like 5 beat the game, no sweat, and it'll be easy because they'll get all the, you know, they'll get all the equipment and all the, yeah, I mean kind of, I guess. But like it's also like in Octopath 1 and 2, like level ups just don't matter. they just do not matter. I mean, now in COTC, which is probably going to be yet another thing that us COTC players like me will actually miss, is level ups matter, because in COTC we have JP, but it functions differently. Like we have like all these skill boards where you unlock your skills and you get stat ups and stuff, and so like you can customize your characters with that, like especially if you get a new character. Like I definitely, when I get a new character, I go through their entire skill boards and like look at the skills and like which star they come, you know, because we have a star up system in COTC. Like some other gacha games, we have 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and eventually we got 6-star, which is just like additional strength for for any of the characters if they've got that, like on that ability unlocked. But basically, like at first, because it does take a little while to get a character to max level in COTC, but like at first I go through and I look at like what skills I want on the character and like what attributes I want to get, and like I zigzag through the skill trees like intentionally with every new character, skipping nodes intentionally and then coming back to them later where they're like lower value. And so like in that regard, COTC is actually amazing at doing what you're talking about too. And I don't think that's going to be what we get in Zero. I think we're going to get in Zero just like 1 and 2, or levels just don't matter. Yeah, level ups in the Dragon Quest games seem like super impactful. Like every single time my characters level up, I'm like looking at the stats they got to see whether they got a good level up or not, right? Yeah, totally. I mean, and that's completely different from what I'm talking about in COTC, right? Like in COTC, I'm not like looking, because we get like a very, very small margin of stats, like just from the level up. Where it comes from is getting the JP from every level up and then going into the skill trees and spending it on whatever you want. But indirectly, that does end up leading to us being able to customize our characters because of the level ups, right? Which I've really appreciated and enjoyed, I guess. But yeah, a lot of them are like, no. I mean, I think that's another. I think maybe my favorite recent game that did level ups just like, oh, it's so beautifully, like, and it was totally a new design that, you know, that I at least had never seen before in a game. And I feel like I'm often coming back to this game when I'm talking about mechanics and stuff that I just really like. And oh, here it is between the benches. Seed of Wisdom, Chained Echoes. Chained Echoes' leveling system is so amazing. I love that so much. Where your team levels up together, and 2, you level up by beating bosses. You're not getting XP from random battles and stuff. I mean, I think maybe you are. Actually, I can't remember how they treat random battles and whether you're making meta progression from them. You might even not be, but like your whole team levels up from beating bosses and conquering like hard foes and stuff. And then like you get to go in and everybody gets to pick out what they want, right? And they have all the different tiers of skills, right? Where you have to unlock a certain number in each tier to unlock the next tier. I'm not gonna lie. I think in 2026 I've got to revisit Chained Echoes, because one, I think I love the game enough that it needs to be platinumed, and 2, there's so many things about the game that I just really like. Like, I really like the cast. This cast, the cast in Chained Echoes kind of reminds me of this cast once Matilda joins, where there's just like a lot of bickering and arguing and infighting, and honestly that ends up being really entertaining and funny in Jrpgs when your characters are just like yelling at each other and bickering and stuff. It really like humanizes them, right? Which is something I definitely appreciated in that game. Can we? Oh no, we can't buff everybody, can we? Oh my god, that's insane. That's insane. Inanna, why are you so good? Look at this. Hold on. I gotta put this on the screen. This is just silly. This is just silly. So I'm doing pre-battle prep over here in SOC right now, and look what we got. look at it. Just example number 27 of why Inanna is just obscenely like so busted. Okay. So we're like I said, we're doing our early battle that's going to be autoing. We're doing our prep for that, right? And this is her buff that like buffs everybody and does all the wonderful things. She's got 3 range on it, right? So we put it down here, and look at that. We're starting the battle with split formations, and she can still hit every single character with it. Oh man, why? She's so good. She's so good. And then I think, actually, I don't think she can hit Sam from here. Let me see. I think she needs to come down to like here. We've got to hit Sam, right, with the buff. She actually doesn't need to go that far, because I think based on when they're going, if Sam doesn't die to these 2, you know what? We don't even need to worry about that. Let's just push Sam, yeah. Okay, so we'll come down here and we'll buff Sam, and then Sam can take care of those 3. So then maybe we can Inanna hit these 2? Oh no, she can't. Can she hit this one? No. I guess she actually has to come over here and hit these 3. Oh yikes. That's not great. Okay, this is where we hit auto, so I'm just gonna hit auto, and then we'll get back to Dragon Quest. But yeah, Inanna confirmed like busted. Yet another reason why. There we go. 11's again. Okay, 11's bickers too. I'm yeah, that's gonna be funny and fun. Okay, let me disconnect SOC again, because we don't need to have that hooked up to the computer anymore. Actually, that phone needs to charge. Where do we even go here? No, go on to the hoodlum, I think.
Allow me.
Uh-oh, not enough. Not enough. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna try the food. Let's see if it's cool enough yet. Yeah, go hoodlum, I think, maybe. I don't know if sassy's the word I'd use for Matilda. I think Matilda is very... I think Matilda's very extroverted. And she's very opinionated too. And I don't think either of those is a bad thing. I think it just is who she is, and that's cool. Like, I think I said early on that I think she's probably my favorite character. Yeah, I don't know if I would use the word sassy though to describe her. Let me think about that word and who over the course of Jrpgs I do think is sassy. Like, I would probably say that, like, Realm from Final Fantasy VI is more sassy than Matilda here. Maybe like Ochette is kind of sassy with what she says to a lot of the other characters in the what are they called, oh, here we go, 30. All right, now it says her in the original version she doesn't learn multi-heal until 32. She got a really nice level up here though. Look at that, 15 HP, 17 MP, 5 agility. Yeah, just overall really nice level up. Cause swoosh. Okay, so she got the tier 3 spell of swoosh. So offensive magic. I mean, it's still only a group too. I don't know. See, I think our offensive magic is actually hopefully going to come into play once we get Matilda and Piranel to have multi-heal, because we'll be able to do some fights where one of them is healing and the other one's just slinging spells, and hopefully we'll be able to like base which one is doing which on like what enemy weaknesses are. But like we need both of them to get multi-heal before we can start doing that, I think. Dude, why is your MP always... She's always using more MP than everybody else. How is this fight in SOC still going on? It's 5 on... Oh, now it's 4 on 1. Wow, that took forever though. It just ended. And Anna ended up getting her butt kicked. Estra and Sam did all the work. Alright, we got some Luxite. We're up to almost 34,000 Luxite. That's really good. With the collab coming up. Why? I told you to defend, you jerk. Get some MP back and stop hurting your allies. There you go. Golly.
I can help.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's the other reason. Why is out of combat it's always having Piranel heal? I wonder if it has to do with her wisdom stat, probably. Although I didn't think that actually affected healing that much. Maybe it makes her heal for like a couple more points or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think of characters that Sassy like just perfectly describes. I don't know if it's like my memory or what, but it's proving harder than I thought it was gonna. I guess maybe that means that Realm is like the #1 character I could think of. I don't know. Wait, go back. There's got to be more than just Realm though, right? Wait, someone ran away from us. Wow. That's a first here. I wonder if Holy Protection would actually work for us now.
Ow!
Oh, I know. How did I miss this? I know who's sassy. Who is like the definition of sassy. Edgar. Edgar is sassy as all hell, isn't he? Edgar is so sassy. Edgar is like the most sassy JRPG character I think I've ever seen, now that I'm thinking about it. That's perfect, actually. Alright, I guess we'll just do some leveling like right here. Oh man, that's really funny, actually. Okay, who else is sassy? Let's find some other sassy characters besides Edgar. You know what? You know what? If we're being honest, if we're really being honest, Benedict is really sassy, isn't he? Benedict is really sassy. However, oh my gosh, yeah, Benedict's perfect. 11, okay, I dig it. More reason to look forward to playing 11 for sure. Yeah, though, those two, okay, who else? Let's try to find some ladies that are sassy too, because all we've got is guys so far. Doc, what are you doing, dude? What is going on? Do not fall in a random battle, please, and thank you.
That was too close.
Oh, I know who's sassy. Fang is really sassy in 13. I don't know if I'm thinking of the word the right way either, though. But yeah, I feel like Fang's pretty sassy. Here we go again with the guys. Balthier is really sassy. Who else?
That will help.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having why am I having a hard time coming up with ladies that are sassy in games? I do like using it to describe Fang for sure.
Ow!
Do not attack Matilda, please and thank you. I think maybe the #1 sassy character. Well, actually, you know what? 2 of the sassiest characters I've ever seen in video games are both villains in Zero, so that'll be really fun. Oh, you didn't like Hope? You know, a lot of people seem to not like Hope. I feel like I need to replay the game or something because my memory of Hope was that he was actually like one of my favorite characters. Like I remember liking, I mean there were only 6 characters, right? But I think like my 3 favorites, if I remember right, were Hope, Vanille, and Fang. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I hear that about Hope like a lot. So maybe my memory of him is not very accurate or something. Van's I don't know. I don't really mind. I feel like I don't really mind Van that much, but like also out of, I mean, with him technically being the protagonist, I feel like he's also like one of the weakest protagonists too. And the other weird thing about 12 is like I didn't like Pinelo that much either. Like I'm trying to remember the characters that I did actually really like in 12. I mean, Balthier kind of goes without saying. He's a fan favorite, right? But like, I liked Fran. She was kind of like the silent, stern one, silent, serious one of the group. But she still, I don't know. She seemed kind of like stoic and stuff, and so I liked her. Ash was okay. I don't know. I remember seeing the comparison a lot where like Ash was just a less interesting Lightning, which I kind of get and kind of agree with. You like Bosch, huh? You know, to me, Bosch felt very Steiner-esque to me. I mean, the personality was a little bit different, but like he kind of felt like the token knight too. Hypno Whip. Now wait a second, don't we also have like, we have a Hypno Whip equipped, and it's also a spell we just learned? Who learned it? I think Matilda, yeah? It's an ability, huh? That is really weird that there's an ability that has the same name as a piece of equipment. That's really weird. And they function, like, identically, too, right? Like, they both... Oh, wait, no, they don't. This dazzles them. Huh. Oh, wait, I didn't even think about that. Does that mean... Yeah, that's on Paranel, right? I totally didn't even think about that in combat, right? If her weapon does dazzle, it would actually be more efficient to have her basic attack when we're trying to dazzle enemies, right? Because it probably has the same chance of applying dazzle, and it would save MP. I mean, there's also as far as Bosch goes, there's also that iconic scene in the one mining town, right, where you have to go around and be like, I'm Captain Bosch Ronsenberg, or whatever his name is, whatever of Damascus. Like, that is it. Is there really that many more iconic things from all of Final Fantasies? I mean, maybe like This Is My Story or something. Like that is so iconic.
Allow me.
And then wait, is that all of the characters? How many characters do we have in 12? I think it's also 6, right? So it's Vaughn, Pinelo, Balthier, Fran, Bosch, and Ash, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's, and you only have 3 that you're using at a time, and so like basically you either rotate, like you make clones of characters and you rotate them in and out when they get knocked out, or you design 6 different characters and kind of have like 2 different teams or whatever. I think I did the latter, which is kind of interesting because that came before Octopath, right? And then when Octopath came around, I ended up really liking doing the 4 and 4 thing, where you play through one entire team's story and then you do it again with the other. And so like I pretty much just emulated what I did in Final Fantasy 12 in Octopath 1 and 2 as well, which is kind of funny. No, do some booming.
Goodbye.
Perfect. Okay, sassy characters. I don't remember whether there were any sassy characters in 11 or 14, honestly. It's been so long since I played both of them. Okay, let's go outside of Final Fantasy. I guess you could maybe make the argument that Sarah from Shining Force 2 is a little bit sassy. Not that much, but a little bit. Ow, can you not? Golly, that hurt. I mean, you could probably say that Alice from Phantasy Star 4 is a bit sassy. You could probably also say that about Demi, which is really funny, since she's I think she was she a cyborg or an android? I can't remember. Oh, you know who else, like, from recent times is really sassy? Oh man, she's totally in my top 5. She's totally in my top 5 of sassy. Karina from Visions of Mana. She was so sassy and I loved it. She was maybe my favorite character from last year. She was hilarious. She was so sassy. Yeah, no, she's perfect. I mean, we've got to come up with someone from Unicorn Overlord, right? There's got to be at least one or 2 characters in Unicorn Overlord and probably in Triangle Strategy, maybe other than Benedict, you know? Okay, let's do Unicorn Overlord first. Oh gosh, what was her name, that cleric or priest or whatever from Northern Cornea that was like doing the stuff with like poison and stuff? She was a little bit like Tatiana or something. She was a little bit sassy. Oh, you know who's really sassy? Melisandre. Melisandre was the one that like had a massive crush on Elaine from the northeast part in Cornea. Melisandre, she was one of the sword fighters. She was so sassy. She was like flirting with Elaine like non-stop for the entire game. She was really funny. Okay, so this is a solo project here. All right, I challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I got this. I've just got to figure out where's Sam. That's not Sam. Where's their Sam? Okay, Unicorn Overlord. Unicorn Overlord.
Goodbye.
Come on, there's got to be more people. I mean, because there's so many characters in Unicorn Overlord, right? There's just so many that there's got to be more sassy people in there. Man. I'm like traveling around the entire world in Unicorn Overlord in my head, trying to think of all the characters. I mean, I guess you could maybe make a case for Berengaria being a little bit sassy, but she was more like, I mean, I guess kind of, because she was kind of like a sarcastic flirt, wasn't she? A little bit.
I can help.
Okay, let's pause on Unicorn Overlord. Let's think about triangle strategy. I mean, Benedict is clearly the easiest one, I think. I mean, Hasabara's a little bit. But again, she's like more flirty and playful than sassy, I think. I don't know. It might literally just be Benedict in that game. I mean, you could definitely make a case for Dragon being kind of sassy. You know, he gets drunk at the party and then he goes on rants and he argues with people and insults people and a little bit of this and that. But I don't know if sassy would be the right word for him. What are you doing to my team, you jerk? Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like there's just not much sassiness going on in triangle strategy. Things are a little bit too serious and stuff. The world's too gone to shit and stuff after the warring starts. Okay, another recent one. What about Evilise Chronicles? Who do we have that's sassy in there? I'm not gonna lie, like after you get back to the moment in the story which takes place after the prologue scene, right? The first scene in the game. Like, I kind of feel like Delita's a bit sassy with how he just interacts with like everybody. Like there's always like a level of condescension but also sarcasm going on with him, because it seems like he always thinks he's the smartest one in the room, and like most of the time that is true, and so it ends up just kind of leading to him being pretty sassy and stuff. But at the same time, like, I think, well, yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, Argith is really sassy, but like not in a good way. I feel like all the other characters I've called sassy so far has been like coming from a place of endearment, whereas with Argath it's coming from like a place of like hatred or something. Like he's about as bad of sassy as it gets. Okay, we got 10 HP, 7 strength, 5 agility, that's good. Man, Pyranol needs 8,000 XP. This is taking a long time, isn't it? This is taking a long time. Okay, who else? There's got to be more in Evil East Chronicles, right? Although maybe there isn't, because like I said with Triangle Strategy, it's like there's the world is just like shit, and it's not, it doesn't feel like it's as common for there to be like people that are like sassy-ish, I guess. I don't know. That, yeah, I think you're right. I think he fixed that bill for sure. He definitely is pretty sassy. I mean, like, early in the game when we encounter him, Wheatgraph's a little bit sassy too, maybe. You could say, like, I could entertain, like, saying that about him, maybe, or someone else saying that about him. I think you know who I ended up liking the voice casting of like the most out of all the characters in the game. Like, I think we could probably say that Volmov is pretty sassy too, right? Like, he spends like the whole game just like being super condescending towards people, but like doing it in the most calm and rational way possible with how he talks, which I think you could totally use sassy to describe that, and that would be like in the a negative connotation, right? Just like with Argeth. I think we could maybe say that about him too. No, I actually have her do boom in her defense. Okay, Doc's 30. You learn any new defensive magic? He got 0 MP, but he did get 6 strength. Okay, we have to like rein it in and come back to the notion that in the end we want him to be a physical attacker. So who cares about MP? He's got way more than enough MP for a physical attack fighter, for a warrior.